What's up, everybody? It's John and John here with Nothing But Cardboard, and today we have ourselves a Megatron HGA order card reveal. So, as you know, football comes back next week, and hopefully your fantasy drafts are going good. But in honor of that, we have submitted 5 Calvin Johnson rookie cards, and we have them right here, straight back from HGA, and we are ready to tear into them. They are all this Turn Back the Clock 2007 rookie card, and they all looked pretty good to us, so we're excited to open these up and see what they graded. Now, we did send the same card five times, so this is going to be kind of a test to see how consistent HGA's grading is. So for us, they all looked pretty similar. They all had about the same centering, about the same edges, surface, all of that stuff looked like almost the exact same. So this will be a real good test to see how consistently the AI is grading for HGA. So
yeah, for sure. The back on these is dark, so anytime there's a little bit of anything on the edges, you can see the whitening. So they're going to be really hard to grade. So we said they were all going to be 9s, and we've kind of adjusted our grading to HGA and the way that they do grade the back so much. So these cards should all be a 9, and we'll just see what happens.
According to us. So we'll see if we should be hired by HGA or not here in a second. But all right, let's go ahead and not make you wait anymore, and let's open up these cards. All right, so we are ready to go ahead and open up our box here.
9.5?
For sure. So all 5 were slabbed, which is always a good thing.
And he just went in the Hall of Fame like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, we were actually hoping to get these back in time for the Hall of Fame. Unfortunately, we're just now getting them back, but at the start of football season, not a bad time to have them either. So,
and it's our fault. HGA has been spot on with the 60 days. It wasn't like they had them any longer, so we just didn't get them submitted in time.
Yeah, so this is the card that we submitted here. It's a real cool card. Like I said, it's Turn Back the Clock, rookie card, Calvin Johnson. Now, the only thing that we did ding this card for, as you can see, it's a dark background. And you can see that there's a little bit of whitening on the back, on the edges. There's not going to be any of that on the front because it's a white bordered card. But that is the only thing that we really noticed that we dinged these cards for. And we actually opened all of these cards fresh out of packs. So we found them in a lot. Really weird. I mean, there was 11 packs, and every single one of them had this Calvin Johnson rookie card, Marshawn Lynch, and then Adrian Peterson was the third one. Every single one of the packs had those 3. And I mean, I'm not complaining. Those are great people to pull out of them. But here we go. Let's see. So we were expecting these to come back as 9s.
Now, the only difference could be is the subgrades could be a little bit different as far as what they ding us on.
Yeah.
We're thinking 9s for
Did they used to be in
solid.
these sleeves?
They always come back in sleeves, but I think they ran out of the small sleeves, so they're using the big ones, and they got to fold them over.
Okay,
but they do return them in sleeves.
I was going to say, that looks different. So you can see this is it right here. This is the Calvin Johnson. We picked the best 5 that we had, and we sent them to HGA. So let's just go ahead and rip the Band-Aid off here. A 9, there we go. Okay, so that's kind of what we were expecting. We did get an 8.5 on edges, but we kind of made up for it in the surface there. So that is spot on to what we thought. We had it match team. Splash. I actually like that a lot. It looks pretty cool.
Do you?
You don't like it? No?
It does look vintage, so I guess for those cards it looks good. Just the white on the side.
I see. So you'd rather that have been white and kind of match the edge?
Nice. Yeah. So subgrades?
Subgrades 9.95, 8.59. So
okay, 8.5.
So in theory, all of these should grade the same if our eyes are as good as the AI at HGA. So let's go ahead. Here's the second card, and 8.5. So corners they dinged us on, edges they dinged us 9. So that was a 9 away from being a 9. So we got a 9 and an 8.5 so far. 8.5.
So both 8.5 on the edges?
Yep.
Which is what we were saying about the back of the card because of the color.
That's correct.
Yep.
So here we go. Card number 3, a 9. There we go. So that one is, it looks like a borderline 9. So that one they had very similar subs to the first card we saw, but the corners is slightly worse. But a 9 nonetheless. So 2 9s and an 8.5 so far. Let's keep going. Card number 4. And another 9. So very interesting. That one actually had a 9.5 for centering, 9.5 for surface, 8.5 for corner, and an 8 for edges, averaging out at a 9. So
Flip
let's
it around. Yeah, look at the back.
take a look
Let's
at
see
that
how
one.
that looks with the colors. Let's see if you see anything.
So you definitely can see some whitening on the edges. So that's what they're getting us on for this 8.
Fair grade.
It is definitely the back that they are grading. You see the whitening right there, kind of all the way along the bottom of this card. Definitely not the front that is warranting that 8, but it is the back. So just keep that in mind. HGA does grade the back of the cards and weights it equally to the front of the card. So not bad. I mean, we're still pretty spot on with what we had assumed these were going to be.
Yep.
If we sent them to PSA, maybe they get 10s because I know PSAs don't grade the backs nearly as difficult, but let's see what that last one gets. And a 9. And that one is basically, it got 9 on the edges. The only not 9 sub is the corners, which got an 8.5. So if we look at the back of this one again, this one doesn't have much whitening, but you will see a little bit of whitening right here on the corner of the card. And then on the back corner, you might see just a little bit of whitening as well. So it is definitely the backs of these cards warranting the 9. But still, 9s are great grades. They are all mint cards minus this one up in the top left. So can't complain there. We're looking pretty good. Any thoughts on this, John?
No, I mean, it's kind of a boring reveal because it's all the same cards with the same grades, but it's interesting to see how they grade them and how they come back.
And they did seem like they are warranted. Like it seems like everything that they're dinging us for on here, like edges in this case, you can go look at the card and say, okay, well, you know, I do see some edge wear on the back of this card. Maybe not on the front of the card, but you need to make sure before you send your cards to HGA, scan it over front, scan it over back, make sure that they are both equally good, or else you probably aren't going to get a Gem Mint card.
Yeah.
They will ding you a little bit there.
We've got Google Sheets. Cody is like a nerd when
He's
it
a
comes
wizard.
to that stuff, keeping it.
Yeah.
And we'll put in there our grade, and then in the comments we'll put ding bottom left front off center slightly, and that way we can kind of see when it comes back how good we did with the grading also.
Yeah, and it's very important to do just so that you can learn how the different companies grade as well, so that before you submit it, before you spend the money to send it somewhere, you have a good idea of what you're expecting to get back out of the card, which is very important if you're trying to resell or even for your personal collection. So
good point, especially at regular price. If you're doing bulk submissions like we did, some $8 and $10, even $12, that's not bad. But when you're paying $20 for a card, you want to make sure that you're gonna get a grade good enough to get your money back. Unless it's a PC and you don't really care, you just want it slabbed and look good, then that's another option too. Yep,
but anyways, guys, we appreciate you checking out our channel and watching the content. If you liked it, please give us a thumbs up, like, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you guys next time.
Yep, thanks.